It's a peaceful yet tense night at the Grand Vatican Museum, where the guards remain on high alert. But unfortunately, they are raided by a group of criminals dressed in heavy military attire, ready for a high-class hit-and-run operation. They kill the guards within seconds and raid the Vatican's ancient jewelry. That's when the real surprise happens, when a creature with a mutated rabbit's head but with a human body appears to them from the museum caverns. The rabbit goes directly to an ancient blade, the Force of Edge, sword of the demon knight Sparda. It seems that the rabbit is the one who has hired the thieves, but in the end, it kills them all mercilessly. He then announces the arrival of a demon world upon Earth when the Vatican guards once again surround the already dead men, and the rabbit blasts off the whole place, much to their horror. Meanwhile, among the slow-moving crowds, a mother is knocked down by the many people going around her while her baby is possessed by a powerful demon. The demons lure the mother to a nearby alley to devour her, but fortunately, Dante is there to shoot them down. He shoots them with his demon killer bullets and with raw passion and class, showing off his killer moves. After consoling the mother, he realizes the demons have possessed the baby, and while he tries to shoot it, the mother knocks him down and takes off with her baby. Dante loses them in the thick crowd. The next day, demon attacks are the talk of the town, but the media, including popular talk shows, try to downplay the events by ridiculing the very idea of demons and attacks. At the same time, the US government, led by the president, holds a high-level meeting about the demon attacks. A forensic doctor briefs them on the nature of demons, how they were spawned, and how the worlds were once united but later split into two separate realms. Just then, footage from the Vatican attack arrives, showing the mutated rabbit creature demanding they find the hunter. Without hesitation, the vice president orders that every known demon hunter be brought to him immediately. The Darkcom soldiers arrest almost every demon hunter in the country and bring them back. Later that day, Dante goes to Freddy's to get his usual ice cream sherbet with some love from the waitress. Suddenly, Dante senses an incoming attack and leaps up in the speed of light to save everyone around him from an incoming truck crashing into the restaurant. The restaurant goes up in flames, and Dante sends everyone to safety as he faces a demon who has taken the shape of his dead brother, Virgil. Dante soon realizes it's the demon who's hid inside the baby and takes after him deep underground. Meanwhile, the demon hunters are being roughed up by the Darkcom and being questioned about the rabbit. Most of them know nothing about it, but one guy gives them a name, Enzo, the broker for the hunters. Vice President Baines gets all the information from Enzo, even about Dante, as the rabbit wanted Dante for himself. The doctor looks up Dante on the dark web and finds out about his exceptional skills. Meanwhile, Dante is beating up the shape-shifting demon as it tries to get Dante's necklace over and over, but finally escapes him. Enzo conveys the story of Demon Knight Sparda to Vice President Baines. He explains how the amulets and the sword is responsible for keeping the two realms apart, and the Earth protected and hidden away from the demons of hell. The doctor fears the Armageddon will be upon them if they allow the rabbit to have what it wants. Anders from J Squad reports for duty, as he is the only member who survived on the ambushing of the demon rabbit. As they suspect correctly, it is Dante who has the other piece of the amulet, and the guy is dancing at his run-down apartment. The mercenaries are sitting for a briefing while Darkcom is watching them patiently. While the impatient mercenaries brawl among them, Vice President Baines walks in and briefs about the whole mission regarding the amulet and Dante the demon hunter. At the mention of Dante, they start laughing at Baines, but the laughter is cut off swiftly when a mercenary in the far back tells them who Dante really is. Baines hires mercenaries for $500,000 to track down Dante and procure the amulet, overseen by the elite team of Darkcom agents. The leader of Darkcom, Mary Ann Arkham, recognizes one of the mercenaries is a demon, and promptly kills it before landing anything on the vice president. Anders, the only survivor of the White Rabbit attack, also joins the team after Vice President Baines requests personally for it. Baines then sets the bait for Dante, as he forces Enzo to draw Dante out. Enzo walks into Dante's ransacked place and gets jumped by Dante. Although Enzo tries his best to cover up, Dante sees through him and refuses to give up the amulet because it was given to him by his mother, while the mercenaries and Darkcom arrive swiftly, surrounding his place. When the first group arrives, they find Enzo as a decoy set up by Dante, who is actually eagerly waiting their arrival. Dante dances around like Mike Tyson preying on his opponent. He saves the best for last as he takes down their leader. Dante effortlessly takes out multiple waves of mercenaries, one after the other like waves crashing on him. The Darkcom are watching the fight unfold at a nearby station, but the tastiest part is when Dante gets shot in the gut and heals right back in seconds, sending everyone watching into a frenzy. Marianne observes Dante closely on the edge of a building as she explains the demon god Sparda and his fight against Mundus the demon lord to everyone else listening to her. Dante then confronts Arnie, who actually tries to negotiate with him for the bounty as they can split the dough. With a heavy punch, Dante sends him to his death. Meanwhile, Anders is having second thoughts about the missions ahead of them. Marianne Arkham is ready to engage Dante head-on, and jumps into the building, exchanging blows with Dante. During their fight, she manages to trick him and take off his amulet in one move. Dante keeps to his promise and gives chase at once. Lady theorizes that Dante is a human-demon hybrid after confronting him, though he dismisses her. She mocks him for being unaware of his true nature or the purpose of his amulet, and uses advanced technology to subdue him. She lures him into her trap and captures him alive in their truck. Darkcom then prepares to transport Dante to their headquarters for questioning, but Marianne injects a special mini-bomb into Dante's neck for insurance. In a flashback, Mary is playing monster hunting with her childhood friend in her room. They tell stories and go look for monsters. Later, her parents take her to the movies, and she is thrilled by all the monster hunting action in the movie. While going back home, they come across a real human-turned-monster in the subway, and Mary's mother jumps in front of her to protect her while her father is frozen at the sight. Luckily, the monster is hit by the incoming train and gets killed. Mary's father John becomes a paranoia when he tries to alert the authorities, who believe he has gone insane. He stays inside his room, researching on a way to make him more powerful to fight the monsters and protect the family, while Mary's mother quarrels with him of his sudden obsession. In the present, Lieutenant Mary and Anders are taking Dante and Enzo to the facility after imprisoning them inside the secured truck. Dante tries his best to get Enzo to give him the buckle of his shoe and nearly gets barbecued with the flamethrower guns inside the truck, as Mary is eager to hurt him. Dr. Fisher runs tests on Dante's amulet eagerly and explains about the amulet's role in balancing the parallel universes. Anders is keen on getting back home after the mission as if he is hiding something. Suddenly, Dr. Fisher is confused with the readings from the amulet, as it indicates the location of the other amulet as if it's getting closer and closer. Vice President Bain speaks to Lieutenant Mary and then to Dante. He tells him that he must prove himself by working for the government in order to be cleaned of his demonic blood by God, though Dante maintains that his advanced healing factor and unnaturally sharp reflexes are due to a superhero mutation. However much Mary asks Vice President Baines not to get Dante involved, he is eager to use Dante's skills to win this war against the demons. The White Rabbit pulls the heist of the century, aided by a gang of demons, as he ambushes the prison convoy. He disrupts the convoy and places bombs on the nearby building. The demon group gets busy with Mary as the other members are taken down by the Rabbit himself. He then confronts Dr. Fisher and gets hold of the other piece of the amulet. He fuses both halves together but does not enact his plan, causing Fisher to work out that he is still missing something else. The Rabbit then kills Fisher, wounds Anders, and takes Enzo hostage. Anders clicks open Dante's handcuffs, and he readily tries to jump on the White Rabbit. But the Rabbit shoots an RPG at a bus full of children, and Dante makes it his priority to save the innocent children first by jumping in front of the bus before the impact. The Rabbit then calls off his demons and gets them into the armored truck for the getaway. Dante then gets on a motorbike and pursues the Rabbit on the highway. As he takes down the demon group who sets to attack him on the highway, the Rabbit seems to bide his time. As Dante once again tries to catch up to the Rabbit, He is almost killed when a Darkcom bomb implanted in his neck explodes. The rabbit then refers to Dante as Sparda's son as he drags him away. Meanwhile, Plasma takes the form of a Darkcom agent after killing his teammate. Lieutenant Mary gathers up her team from the attack as they get ready to track the rabbit down and get hold of the stolen amulet. After Mary's team is infiltrated by Plasma, they follow a tracker to White Rabbit's location at an abandoned apartment complex. Dante and Enzo find themselves held captive by Agni and Rudra on Bane's hijacked plane. Baines remains confident that God has bigger plans for him, though the other hostages remain terrified. Dante's busted-up face is nursing the injury on its own, and he is slowly recovering. The Demon Brothers then show them a video given by the rabbit as a message to everyone, and especially Dante, the son of Sparda. Dante then remembers his childhood days, when his mother gave the amulets to him and his brother. As they went to bed, how she told him stories about his father. Lieutenant Mary and her soldiers surround the building perimeter and enter through the main doors, but it seems like the White Rabbit has set them a trap by imprisoning them inside. They try to reach the upstairs floors, but unfortunately, Cavalier and Echidna arrive and unleash hellfire on them. The soldiers fight to their last gasp, but it proves all too much for them, as Cavalier and Echidna slaughter all the agents, leaving a traumatized Mary as the only survivor. She somehow shoots at them, and gets away in the elevator seconds before Cavalier could catch her. The White Rabbit goes on a rant against the Demon Knight Sparda, and explains the injustice in their world by him and accuses Dante of his crimes. Dante continues to doubt that Sparda is his father, while the rabbit decries his legacy for betraying demonkind. Even the vice president thinks it's true. Mary tries her best to run away from the demon as she tries her best to preserve her sanity. She finally evades Cavalier by relying on the help of a family in the building, but turns her gun on them when she realizes they are demons. At first, the brothers give hell to Dante as he is just trying to defend against the attacks. The onlookers are worried as their fate depends on Dante's victory, but it seems highly unlikely at this point. They disrespect his father, Demon Knight Sparda, and keep mentioning his dead mother and brother. Only then, Dante activates his demon switch as he remembers the death of his mother while hiding in a closet in his little days. Dante rises back to his feet and goes one-on-one against Agni, as he cuts off his arm and pierces the demon with his own sword. The family informs Mary that they fled Makai, the world of hell, among other demon refugees with the rabbit's help, as Makai was poisoned and became uninhabitable. But he later went mad and began experimenting with them. Reconsidering her black and white stance on demons, Mary spares the family and leaves. As Dante has killed his brother Agni, Rudra is furious. He takes up the switch, blows up the belly of the plane, and everyone inside are sucked outside with the gushing winds. Dante and the hostages go into a freefall as they are pulled outside the plane, and Enzo is freaking out. Meanwhile, Mary is making a run for it as she evades both Cavalier and Echidna by a whisker. Mary climbs down from the laundry chutes and discovers a laboratory where the White Rabbit had been conducting his experiments. She reluctantly kills a half-demon who had been experimented on out of mercy and reunites with the disguised Plasma. Dante realizes there is a few parachutes available and quickly grabs hold of them. He attaches parachutes to 3 of the falling crew and saves their lives by breaking the fall. Mary realizes his real identity when he refers to hell by its demon name, Makai. They get into a fight soon after, and Mary sees that it's just a matter of seconds before Echidna arrives there. She tricks Plasma to take her shape as she hangs back. Echidna then ambushes them and accidentally attacks the disguised Plasma, allowing Mary to kill Echidna. Meanwhile, Darkcom reinforcements arrive outside the premises. Dante keeps remembering his past and how he lost his mother, and uses his newfound abilities to transform into a winged demonic form and saves Enzo, Baines, and the other hostages as he gets them safely to a rooftop. Out of nowhere, Rudra comes flying onto Dante, and the duo exchange blows mid-air. Rudra cannot actually defend against Dante's demon form, as he is extremely powerful, just like Sparda. Dante crushes Rudra into a building as he keeps pounding on him. Just then, Dante sees an explosion and readily flies toward it, only to be caught up by Rudra once again, but this time, Dante turns human mid-air. Mary finds the control room and contacts the outside Darkcom team, ordering them not to engage since it's a trap. She then announces to all the Makai people that her team will carry out a rescue mission and orders Darkcom to evacuate the Makai people. She then once again goes on searching for the amulet indicated on the top floor of the building. Somehow, Dante manages to turn him over and crash into the same building on the top floor, Rabbit's quarters. Before Rudra could lift another finger, he is shot dead by the arriving Mary in an instant. Dante confesses that she was right about his demonic heritage, and as the White Rabbit contacts them through a portable device, Mary determines that the rabbit needs Dante's blood to fulfill his plan. The rabbit then threatens to unleash his army of demons if Dante does not surrender, and Mary discovers that the rabbit's true goal is to seek revenge against Darkcom. While Baines learns that his agents are rescuing the demon refugees, he instead orders them all killed, as Plasma watches on in horror. In retaliation and to avenge the lost innocent lives, Plasma then commits suicide by blowing up the building, killing all the agents inside, as Dante and Mary narrowly escape the blast. We go back some years into the past, as a young Mary becomes increasingly distant from her parents, while her father becomes obsessed with his research to prove that demons exist. She sees him barricaded inside his room, experimenting with chemicals and even a malformed body part. She sees her mom crying in the room but cannot do anything about it. Elsewhere, at the same period of time, an orphaned boy is moved into a foster home, but is routinely bullied and neglected. Even the foster care in charge woman abuses the boy. While reading his copy of Alice's Adventures in Wonderland, he discovers a portal and heads inside, believing it to be Wonderland. The boy arrives in hell, and as soon as he gets there, he has to run away from a huge demon creature who starts chasing him. He is suddenly saved by a little demon child as he is taken into hiding from the creature. He quickly befriends a family of lower-class demons living in fear of the powerful ones, as he starts living with them in the new world. The boy has a new family, and they play with each other happily as the days go by. At the same time, Mary befriends a boy of her age, and they start hanging out and playing together. Mary and her friend go monster hunting, cycling, and even building forts. The boy, stuck in hell, finds a green glowing crystal while playing together on a hill. They then come across a fortress where powerful demons and their army escort the lower-level demon prisoners. After finding the glowing crystal, he starts experimenting with it, but one of his friends becomes ill due to the poisonous gases in the air and falls sick. Young Mary mostly spends time away from home, playing with her friend at his house. One day, she comes home and witnesses a fight between her parents as her father transforms himself into a demon and kills her mother. Mary defends herself, and her father catches fire, causing him to burn to death as their house goes up in flames. Mary runs off from home and many years later joins the Darkcom. Meanwhile, the little demon child has passed away in hell and everyone is heartbroken. The boy is extremely sad by losing his little friend as he put his Alice in Wonderland book to the fire with his friend. Many years later, the boy uses a crystal to power a portal device that is able to locate portals and connect with Earth. He guides his friends in hell and starts transporting demon refugees to Earth. He successfully provides his people with a safe path and even gets them provisions from supermarkets under the cover of night. Mary and her team from Darkcom soon discover the operation and kill many of the refugees. They are confronted by the Darkcom agents while smuggling in another group of refugees from hell, and the boy tries to reason with Mary but falls well short. When a powerful demon appears from the portal, Darkcom agents open fire and kill all the demons from hell, showing no mercy at all. Having survived, the boy makes plans to dismantle Darkcom before stitching a white rabbit mask on his face. Now we all go down the rabbit hole together. The White Rabbit enters Hell's realm through the portal and meets an unlikely stranger. he meets with a horned demon who previously gave the rabbit Virgil's half of the amulet and receives a vial of Virgil's blood. The demon reaches for the sword of Sparda, but the rabbit claims it needs to stay with him until it's over. Meanwhile, Mary and Dante are recovering from the heavy fall they took when Dante saved Mary from the exploding building. Mary is taken aback when she sees the many dead bodies of her Darkcom agents. Dante reveals how he has changed for good now that he has experienced his demonic powers passing down to him from his father, the demon knight Sparda, as he is destined to take down the demon rabbit himself. Seeking vengeance and showing off her stubbornness, Mary shoots Dante in the leg and imprisons him once again in the armored truck, as she doesn't want Dante anywhere near the rabbit, since it's his blood that it is seeking to jumpstart the apocalypse. Dante yells from inside the truck as Mary goes to confront the rabbit herself. On the way, she confronts an arrogant rich guy and takes his sports car by threatening him at gunpoint. She races her way at full speed on the highway as the rabbit and his entourage await the arrival of Dante. The rabbit tells the Bloodstrike to attack first, but Mary drives the car to him and blasts it off mid-air. She then confronts the rabbit alone and threatens to incinerate Dante to prevent the rabbit from getting his blood. When the rabbit calls Mary's bluff after showing her his amulet, she engages his army as Cavalier dives at her full speed. She readily defends him and blasts him off to a nearby bridge, and the whole demon army descends on her. Mary fights a brilliant battle by finishing off a few demons, but she gets cut by one of their poisoned swords and falls paralyzed on the ground. Fortunately, at that very moment, the son of Sparda is there to save her. Dante arrives, to the joy of the rabbit and to the horror of Mary. The rabbit actually invites Dante for a tour of Makai, to give him a glimpse of hell and its unbearable living conditions before elaborating that he is willing to allow millions of humans to die to save demon kind. Dante refuses to bargain with the rabbit, and that refusal gives rise to a long and hard-fought battle with the demon army in their realm. Dante is taken into the Hell's realm as he brings down hellfire for the demons. He manages to kill most of them except Cavalier, who is stronger and more powerful than anyone else. They battle each other through both realms, and finally reach the human realm exchanging blows. The rabbit unmasks himself, revealing to Mary how her actions led to his creation, and that he uses an artificial heart that pumps demon blood into him to stay alive. Dante decapitates Cavalier using the portal and swiftly defeats the rabbit with a blow to the head, who warns Dante that he could have prevented what is to come before leaving Dante with the amulet. Enzo and Baines arrive in helicopters to witness the aftermath, with Baines declaring the battle as the first of their holy war against Hell. Bloodstrike pulls his injured body onto the pier only to be confronted by the injured rabbit, who survived the fall. Meanwhile, at the top of the building where the battle took place, Mary and Dante are arguing about safekeeping of the amulet. When Dante blames Vice President Baines for not being able to provide any real assistance, Mary defends him. While all this commotion is going on, Anders recovers the rabbit's portal device, and Baines confronts Mary about her work alongside Dante. Seems like Baines is disappointed in Mary for not being able to capture the rabbit or the amulet. The rabbit, now mutated into a different demon breed after eating the demon and having fused with Force Edge, then massacres Baines' men before engaging Dante and Mary. Hey! Enzo comes out of hiding to help, but is stabbed by the rabbit and dies in Dante's arms. The death of his friend Enzo sends Dante over the edge as he gains his demonic powers and confronts the demon rabbit himself with a newfound ferocious force. When Mary regains consciousness after getting knocked out, Dante is fighting the rabbit demon one-on-one, and it's not going well. When the rabbit appears at him and tries to deliver a final blow, the lady flies in with a chopper and rains down bullets and missiles on it, buying time for Dante to escape. The white rabbit somehow manages to run them down and get on the chopper while trying to break in. The chopper goes down with Mary onto a bridge where she barely manages to survive by jumping off, and Dante jumps off and loses his amulet. The rabbit then retrieves the amulet and combines it with Force Edge before impaling Dante with it, creating the Sword of Sparda, and reveals that Virgil is still alive. His plan is complete. The barrier between realms dissipates, and demons begin invading Earth, wreaking havoc everywhere as humans panic at the sight of monstrous hell demons. Mary shoots the rabbit's artificial heart, weakening him, allowing Dante to recover. Dante is recharged with the hope of seeing his brother Virgil, as he promises to live and see him one day. Dante turns into his demonic form and kills the rabbit with the Sword of Sparda, and repairs the barrier, ending the invasion. Dante invites Mary to help search for Virgil, but she subdues him and has him imprisoned, since she trusts Bane's judgment of not letting Dante or his amulet be free roaming around. Anders brings the portal device to Bane's, who has Anders killed, and uses the device to begin the invasion of Hell. Operation Inferno begins, and hellfire is unleashed upon the beings of Hell, and in the name of United States of America, they conquer Hell as the president makes a public announcement. Sometime later, the Horned Demon invades the detention facility built by the Ouroboros Corporation, and frees its demon occupants to serve Mundus, the ruler of Hell, and reveals himself to be Virgil. The storm is coming. Prepare yourselves. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe for more awesome videos. Have a nice day.